Okay, are y'all ready for seriously one of the most highly requested videos ever? My updated Dime skincare favorites. So this is a video I've not done in a very long time. I'm very opinionated about my skincare, but specifically Dime. I often say, I'll hear people say, oh, it's the best clean skincare on the market. And I'm like, it's just the best skincare, like point blank period. There are some things like retinols that I can't use while I'm pregnant that I will absolutely incorporate back into my routine once I'm done nursing, because I just don't think there's anything that can just replace the true, like what a retinol can do for your skin. But for other things, I do still like, when possible, to use cleaner options. But I always have to say this whenever I share a clean skincare, clean anything. I am not someone who is all or nothing. I believe that life is lived in the balance. I believe if you're doing the work in other parts of your life, it's fine to enjoy a retinol skincare or something like that. So this is one of the few things that I really do work towards making as clean as possible in my daily routine, but it is not a make or break. At the end of the day, I still think that Dime skincare is just one of the best out there though. So I did want to preface that. And also you can use code MoriahR20 for anything in this video. I will have that put in the description bar and the comment section. I will also number the products on the screen so that they're very easy to shop. I have purchased 95 or 98% of these though, and occasionally they will send me things, but I did just want to clear the air. This stuff was not sent to me. I've been using Dime skincare, purchasing with my own money for 3 years. So I love them, and we will go ahead and get started with the number one product that whenever people say I don't know where to start, there's a lot of products, what would be the number one thing that you would get if you just could only buy one thing? It is this. So this is the hyaluronic acid serum. And I'll say this one is almost empty. I keep these in back stock at my house. I refuse to go without my hyaluronic acid serum. It's so good. It's won awards. I mean, this is one of the first products for me that when I tried it, I was it sold me on Dime skincare. You can use this morning and night, just a few drops, and it will completely cover your face, neck, chest, everything. But I actually prefer to only use mine at night. That's just personal preference. I use this first at nighttime. It is absolutely incredible. It is going to help your skin really. I just kind of look at it as a booster in a way for my night cream that I use. And I swear, whenever I use a hyaluronic acid, it's I notice that my skin just looks happier because of that moisturizer. So it's kind of something you do have to use with another product. I do love their night cream. I'll talk about it in a second, but if you're gonna start anywhere, just start with this one product. It is the best. You will not regret it. Again, discount code, y'all will hear me say it a few times throughout the video, MoriahR20 for 20% off. I refuse. Absolutely refuse to go without this. Now we'll kind of stick with the nighttime skincare routine first, and I do have to say they just recently repackaged their night cream and their day cream, and I'm so happy about that. They were in pumps before, and you can't get the full amount out. And sure enough, I am not sure if y'all can see it. I have gone through so much of this already. I like when you can really get everything out of a product, and this is the restorative night cream. It has ceramides and something else I cannot pronounce on there. So I'll read you the description. It says, a rich hydrating cream that dramatically helps to reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. You can wake up with glowing, smoothing, supple skin. And then there's just a couple things, it just talks about making your skin hydrated, rejuvenated, and I completely agree. I really like a thick night cream. I think that makes the biggest difference. I don't like creams that can be used both for morning and night. I feel they're never what I need for one or the other. So I use the hyaluronic acid serum, and then I use this face, neck, chest, hands. Oh, it's a dream. I love it. I've been using this. Probably this is one of I think the first moisturizers that I purchased from Dime eons ago, and I have loved it ever since. And then this little combo right here. So they do have a duo that the longer the time goes, the less I like. So this is the eyelash boost serum and the eyebrow enhancing gel. These are going to need to be used for morning and night, honestly, for 6 weeks minimum when you first try them. That's gonna make the biggest difference. I've seen people that'll be I used it for 2 weeks and saw nothing. And I'm well, you have to keep using it. Hair growth isn't that quick. So you do have to really use it twice a day, every day for 6 weeks. And then after that, I kind of consider it like maintenance. You don't have to use it twice a day. You definitely can. The eyebrow gel can be used as like a gel to help set your brows, but I personally think it's a little bit too flexible hold for me, so I prefer something else. So I use these now just at nighttime and have for, I think since this actually launched, but this was the very first product I ever tried from Dime 3 years ago that hooked me. And I just had seen everybody talk about it and I got my hands on it and I was so impressed with it. So you can buy these products individually. You can buy them as a set like this, or they do have I think it's just called like the Duo, and it's basically a double-ended, one half of the product is this, one half of the product is this. I believe it is actually half the price or a fraction of the price of this set, but it's half the product. So I find it's just easier to buy this little set because then it is gonna last you long. You're not having to buy like twice as much. You can still use my discount code on the single products, on the set, on the Duo. It doesn't matter. It's just really up to you. I know some people really like that it's like a one-stop shop and you don't have to keep 2 separate tubes. That doesn't bother me at all. But this is the first product I tried. I use it on my lashes every single night and have for 3 years. I believe this launched like fall of 21 maybe. I don't think it was fall of 22, although it might have been. And I've used it every single day since then, and it definitely helped like fill in my kind of sparse areas in my brows. So nighttime skincare routine, this is the last step that I do and definitely a must. Now these can really be used day or night, it just depends on what you want, and you don't have to be pregnant to use these, but I of course am, and so that's kind of what I use them for. But they have this boosting body serum, and then they also have the glaze body oil. So I love these. I kind of describe this little combo here as like the body boosting serum is like your hyaluronic acid, and this is like your moisturizer. Like this is just going to make this work that much better, but you can just use the glaze oil. I use this on my belly every night and it makes my skin so soft. I love the way it smells, and they do have 2 different pumps, which I don't understand, but I don't really have a preference one way or the other. I think that they are both good, but I don't believe you can use the boosting body serum by itself. So I do think this is one that like you kind of need to get both if you're gonna get this one, or just the glaze oil. But very, very hydrating, helps with any skin irritation that I have. If you have just like dry skin, like your legs, your body skin, anything like that, again, you don't have to be pregnant to use these, but they are really good. So you can buy them as a set, you can buy them individually. I've used these every single night since both of them launched, and I am in love with them. This is like pretty much the only belly oil that I've been using. I did mention this and I got like a ton of questions. People were like, do you not like bio oil anymore? And I was like, no, I like bio oil, but I actually just really like to support brands that I just love like so much, and I love all of Dime stuff. And you know, it's a woman-owned company, so I was like, I just really want to support Dime. Like I just love Dime. So just because you start using something new doesn't mean you hate something else. So I do want to just clear the air here. Still love bio oil, still think it makes the biggest difference, but I mean, this is essentially the exact same thing, but it is from Dime, it's clean, and you know, just very hydrating. A product I like, but definitely on the lower end of products that I use on a regular basis, just because I don't use toners a lot in general, is the Super Skin Toner. Now this has witch hazel and CoQ10 in it. It is very powerful and very good. If you are looking for a toner, this is a great option. There is a ton in here. This is a 4-ounce bottle. But for me, the older I've gotten, the more I have just realized like toner isn't something I have to use on a regular basis. It's not something that my skin plays with well on a regular basis. So whenever I do need or want a toner, I really do like theirs. But as far as like list of must-haves, this is very, very low. And then this as well, so I'm actually completely out of, I need to order, I ran out of it this morning actually, is the Gentle Jelly Cleanser. I do prefer that one to the Creamy Foam Cleanser. I think they're just 2 different cleansers. I like the consistency of the Jelly Cleanser better. I know some people don't love the smell. It has like a coconut kind of smell, but it's very mild, I think is what the smell is. I actually prefer that one. I just think gels are a little bit better for absorption whenever I'm using like, I don't use a Clarisonic brush anymore because it broke, but it's the like, I can't think of what it's called, like Michael Todd or something, brush. I just find that like a jelly cleanser or that style of cleanser is just a little bit better absorbed into my skin versus a foam. However, Sam uses the foam on a very regular basis. So this has glycolic and salicylic acid in it. This is the one that he uses almost nightly. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think he realizes that he's like using this fancy skincare face wash, or he'd probably be like, no, I'm not gonna use it, I'll just use soap. But I don't complain because he doesn't realize he's using like a really nice skincare on his face, and his face looks amazing. He used to get breakouts a lot around his chin, and he has not had any issues since he's been using this regularly. So I hope you're not watching this, Sam, because you're using a really nice skincare. But I like both of them. Personal preference, it's just the jelly cleanser over this one. But if I ever do use this one, it's most of the time in the morning for me. Before I move into daytime skincare, beauty, things like that, I do want to say the cleansing balm is the one product that I do not recommend buying from them. I was like, when I first tried it, I was so excited and I was like, this is the best thing ever. They came up with a cleansing balm, and then I tried it and I was like, did I get a bad batch? What is going on? It feels like candle wax to me. And I thought I was the only one. Like, I genuinely just believed I got a bad batch. And there were a couple other people who also really rep Dime Skincare that were like, no, it's like terrible. It's really bad. What's with the consistency? And I don't know what, like, I've heard other people say it's great, and like people who aren't like influencers and who aren't affiliate members. So it's not like they're being paid to say it's good. Like I've had conversations with you guys who've been like, I love the cleansing balm. What are you talking about? For me, I think that the price is comparable to other brands that are significantly better. The consistency for me is just like straight up candle wax. So if ever there is one product that I do not recommend, it is that one. Now I'll kind of get into my daytime skincare favorites here, and I have to say that they also have a dewy day cream. It's good. I actually think that this is better, and you should use this during the day. This is one of those moisturizers that they say can be used morning or night, but again, I would prefer a like deeper, heavier moisturizer at nighttime. This is the probiotic gel cream. It is a launch I believe they came out with this year, but this one is especially great if you have large pores, texture, or redness to your skin. That's why I really like this one. I find that it just calms my skin a little bit. Ever since using this, I've noticed the biggest difference in my makeup and how it looks when I like first apply it. I used to have to really, especially just because of my rosacea, which was just so red, especially in the summertime. I feel like I really had to work so hard at like piling on specifically concealer to make my skin not red, or I had to use like a really full coverage foundation for it to not look red. And with this, I literally put this on, give it like 2 to 3 minutes, and I just noticed the redness just goes away. And I love that about this. So yes, you can use a dewy day cream. If you have dry skin, or your skin isn't like textured or anything like that, that's definitely a better alternative. But this is my personal favorite, and it is just the probiotic gel cream. It also comes in a tub. So much of it is gone. I love it. It has a thinner, lightweight consistency. So for me, I put this one on first, wait a couple minutes. I do put on my Wonder Screen, which I'll talk about, or no, my regular, I put on my Wonder Screen, which I'll talk about in a second, and then a couple other things, and then we move forward with makeup. You guys know it couldn't be a video of mine if I didn't say this. Sunscreen, face, neck, chest, hands, every single day, no matter what. I am a huge believer in always wearing your SPF, and I have loved Wonder Screen from the moment it launched. So this is broad spectrum SPF 30. There's 50 grams in here, and I will say this is zinc oxide 19%. This is a pregnancy safe. And I often don't love to use that phrase because I do want you to always ask your doctor, and please don't just take an influencer's word at like face value for it. But this is actually a pregnancy safe skincare or sunscreen, whereas there are some other cleaner brands. This is all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna name the brand that has a sunscreen that claims that they're a cleaner brand that is not even sort of a safe for pregnancy sunscreen. So I really love this one. It does not leave, it goes on white for sure, but it does not leave your skin looking white. It doesn't feel tacky or sticky. It works well under makeup. I use this every day and have since it launched, and I got my hands on it, and I have been so impressed with it. Again, face, neck, chest, hands, every day. I promise. Your skin will thank you. This is what I kind of use as like a boost. And I've been needing a little bit of a boost lately because my skin towards the end of this pregnancy has been awful. So this is the Thirsty Face Mist. It has electrolytes and meadow foam in it. This is just gonna give your skin a little extra hydration. You can use this with your skincare morning or night, but specifically in the morning. You can use it after you finish your makeup. You can use it throughout the day. It's just gonna help kind of give your skin a little extra hydration without messing up any makeup. So for me, I actually prefer to use this after makeup whenever I need it. Like today, I don't really have bad like skin. I wouldn't say my skin's like overwhelmingly dry. There have definitely been some times lately I've just been like, you know what? I'm just going to just spray a little bit. Doesn't hurt anybody. It's so good. It smells amazing. And it doesn't like have a very harsh spray, so you're not gonna mess up any of your makeup or make it too wet. So this is another good one, is the Thirsty Face Mist. And then this I carry everywhere with me. And I mean everywhere. My purse, I have one. Diaper bag, I have one. I've got one in my bathroom. I think I've got one in my car. I think I might actually have two in my car. This is the lip balm. One tastes incredible, but this it says moisturize and replenish, but I believe this also has, so it has shea butter and meadow foam seed oil, which help moisturize and repair damaged lips. It's anti-inflammatory and anti-aging. That's what it is. So it can help make your lips look plump, smooth, and shiny. And I actually have noticed the longer that I use it, this is something, again, you're gonna notice it the longer that you do keep using it. You can't choose it a couple times. I've noticed all the lines in the bottom of my lip definitely are starting to go away, which is not something that ever like bothered me or I noticed a lot until I started noticing that they were disappearing. So this actually works really well. Very hydrating, but it is clear. I believe they either have come out with a color or said they were gonna come out with a color, but I don't know, I'm pretty particular about my lip colors, so this is a really nice, just clear lip balm. I put this on in the morning when I'm doing my makeup. This is actually like one of the first steps just after the shower, because that way by the time I'm ready to put my actual lip color on, which is the last step I do in my makeup, then that way I'm good. It has sunken into my lips enough that it's working, but it's not like, I can still feel it on my lips, but it's not gonna break up any lip color that I have. Gonna be honest with y'all, I did not expect for this video to be as long as it is, but I could chat about Dime skincare all day long. I will talk about a couple beauty products now, this being one of them. So this is the tinted Wonder Screen. It's exactly the same as the regular SPF, but it is tinted. So I like this one. This is actually what I use when I'm doing my 5-minute makeup routine. I will say you have to set this with powder if you're gonna just use this. I've seen people say you don't have to, and I'm like, is this just because I'm oily? What is the deal? I mean, and I'm not even oily during pregnancy. I feel like this is when you have to set with powder. The thing I don't love about this is you get one color, and I just don't feel like that's right. I feel like people should be able to pick a shade, even if it's like 1 through 5 or 1 through 10. Like, I'm not saying you need to have 50 different colors for something like an SPF, but I don't love whenever it's like, this is the one color that you're getting. So this is actually a little bit too dark for my skin that I have now. Like, I have no self-tanner on right now. So this is a little bit too dark now. I do have to have self-tanner on for it to match, but that's just like the one thing, is like, it works just as good, and it's a really great product, but I don't like that you don't get a color selection with their tinted Wonder Screen. This is a new launch that I have only been trying this week, and actually one of the things that prompted this video, because I was talking about how excited I was that they came out with this, and a bunch of people were like, where's your list of like favorites? And I was like, you know, I need to probably do an updated one. So this is the Lash Primer. Now, I am an Essence girl through and through, and I always compare everything to Essence mascara and primer because they're so dirt cheap and they're really, really good. So I was like, you know, okay, sure, I'll try the Lash Primer. I like their mascara. It's nothing to write home about, especially when Essence is so cheap. So I kind of was like, all right, let's try the lash primer. You know, it is what it is. No, y'all, it's actually really good. So it doesn't like pull your lashes funky. It doesn't make them look too weird. It doesn't make them look too chunky. It doesn't make them look too thin. It actually works. It goes on a very light white color, so you can still see where you have and have not applied your mascara. But this is one that I definitely would say, like, I will start using this over Essence probably, just because it is again a cleaner brand, and I love to support Dime because I just love their stuff. So I would probably start using this more, but I do have to tell ya, it's really good. And I was like, okay, we'll try it. Like, I'm sure, but Essence is gold. And I tried it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm addicted to this. This does say it has things in it to help nurture, strengthen, and improve your appearance of your lashes, but I would still say you definitely need to be using the Lash Boost Serum for sure. So don't stop using that when you start using this and think it's gonna like kind of give you that same effect, but definitely can help. Now this is amazing, but I think it's even better when you use it with something else. So this is the acne spot treatment. It has salicylic acid and probiotics. So this is a little different from other acne spot treatment, like little creams like this, because this actually helps to promote healing around the bump itself that you have coming up. So it's not just gonna like dry it out and kind of leave you with like a dry, gross, patchy spot on your skin. So I actually have been very lucky, and all of my problem skin, I mean, for a while now, has actually just been that I've had like texture or large pores or redness or something like that. My skin's just so back and forth right now. I haven't had a ton of actual breakouts, but whenever I do get breakouts, what I do is I have been putting this on it. I will let the product completely dry on the bump, like 100%, maybe like 10 minutes. Then I'll put a Mighty patch over it. I will link that below. I do not like Dime's patches. I don't think that they work at all. The like acne patches they have, I think they're literally just like placeholders. I don't even know if they sell them anymore because they just don't work. But the Mighty patch, I actually will put that over the top. So after this product is completely dried, and if I can do that early enough that I like catch the breakout coming up, I will never have the breakout actually fully come up in my skin. So this has really saved me from having to like even get acne. I can use this as a preventative when I feel one coming up, but again, I use this like with the Mighty patch, and it is incredible. And then this is great too. So this is the Whipped Exfoliating Mask. It has lactic acid and salicylic acid with cellulose beads. This is not something I use on a regular basis. Y'all know how I feel about exfoliants. Be very careful with them. But it was actually this past week, and I couldn't figure out if it was because we had just moved and I was like constantly going in and out, just like from outside where it's really hot to inside where it's cold. I didn't know if it was pregnancy, but I was like, every single one of my like foundations just don't look right on my skin, and all my powders don't look right on my skin. So I knew it was my skin and not like those products. And so I was like, you know what? I can't actually remember the last time I used an exfoliant. Let me just use a little bit of this. So I opened up, this was actually, I used the bottom of a last one that I had. And so I pulled this one out later that night because I used the very last bit that I had in the last one. But it's this like really beige muted brown color, and you can kind of see the little texture to it. And all you do is very, very lightly, you will take it and put it on your skin. Use your hands and just lightly rub, and it maybe takes like less than 30 seconds. Sure enough, I got out of the shower and almost immediately I was like, oh, that's definitely what it was. I just had not exfoliated in a while. So this very quickly transformed my skin and just made my skin look so much better. And then of course I went in, it was nighttime, so I went in with my nighttime skincare routine, woke up the next morning and I was like, all right, we have happy skin and it looks a lot better with makeup now. So this is definitely kind of a spot treatment thing whenever you want to use an exfoliant. Not something I use every day. Do not use an exfoliant every day, but when you need one, this is a really good one. Now I will talk about these, but I can't describe scents, you guys. I'm horrible at it. So I've had people before be like, what does it smell like? And I'm like, I don't know, like Hollister but better. Like I don't know how to describe scents. So you're gonna have to check them out on the website. I actually think that is the downside to their like link that they have for me, is like it doesn't take you to direct products, but if you go on their website, you can find their fragrances. They have all the like notes and the mediums and the undertones and all that. I suck at it. So that's the one thing I can't do. So these are colognes and these are the perfumes. Core Memory is a really nice summer scent. That's all I know how to describe it as. This one is very, very like fresh and lightweight. So I like this one for the summertime. But I mean, at this point, I feel like this one we might as well just call Old Faithful. I've had this one forever, and like even then you can still see there's not a lot of products gone. This is Don LeBois. I think they came out with this last summer maybe, or last spring. I can't quite remember. This one is a little bit of like a heavier scent than Core Memory, but one that I'm constantly gravitating towards, and I just really, really like it. So to each its own. Again, go check out the like website. They do have samples now, which I am so grateful for, because for the longest time, y'all, I was like, I don't know how to describe it. Just trust me, I promise. So they do have some samples, but I'm not sure if all of the samples are included, like if you can get every single one, but that's a great way to find your favorites. This one is a little, it's interesting. So this is the Tuesday Date Night. This is their most recent perfume launch. And this one smells very like earthy, very like, I'm hesitant to use the word masculine. And this is the one that I was like, oh, it just smells like Hollister, but better. Like it smells like a grown-up Hollister version. I don't really know. This is one I did not like when I first tried it. I was just kind of like, you know, it's not usually what I go for. I go for light, fresh, airy scents. And then I ended up spraying it on myself, and I was like, you know, not my fave. I got in the car and I was running some errands, and while I was driving down the road, I was like, God, what is that smell? It smells so good. What is that? And then I realized it was me. So it's actually this. I do like this one. Of the three that I have, this is definitely the bottom of them. It's a little bit of a like heavier scent. I think that's just because they had some requests for women who didn't want that like light, fresh, airy scent. But this is a great alternative. It just, I suck at describing them. So bad. And same for the men. Both of these just smell very manly. Just manly. That's all I can say. I don't even know how to say this one, and then this one is number one. Sam is not a like avid cologne wearer. He really only wears them on like date nights or special events or something. But to be someone who is so sensitive to scents, these have never made him have a weird reaction. He's never felt stuffy with these. He really likes the way they both smell, and he's worn them both just like again on date nights or a special occasion, but he's not like a day-to-day cologne wearer. So he likes these. I love the way they smell. They just smell very manly and masculine, but yeah, don't judge me. There are some things people just can't do, okay? And that is one of the things that I absolutely cannot even sort of do, is tell you what things smell like. Okay, gonna be honest, this video was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be, but I did want to break down my dime favorites for y'all. I did also remember about halfway through filming, their links unfortunately are really strange, and they don't take you to direct products, which is so frustrating. That's like the number one thing when they switched platforms a while back. I was like, great, it just takes everybody to the home page, so now I have to type it in. So I'm very sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about that, but I will say, just honestly, so many of their products I love, 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 but stay away from the cleansing balm. So thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to go below and click the subscribe button if you're new here, and I'll see y'all in my next video.